So I will invite Stone Koitane Sobe, Chesankaro, Sophie, Gladys, pamoja na our marketing executive, Nora. They just tell us a short brief kidogo tu historia ya Kass FM. Najua Gladys ulikuwa ground kama reporter, sasa uko Nairobi. And then the two gentlemen, our president, these are the last bonds. I believe in acting last bonds. That is why tumewapea nafasi pia. Alright, I believe sauti iko sawa sasa.
International.
Aende posho milagonga. Anaweza pika ugali.
Kainenyu ko Chesankaro nebo Arab Sirma abrasta indeten Kass FM Kass TV.
254 Kass nam hapa omune bitugun.
Kombe misingen kosikyogen witugulele mi kosikyoga ak chegere kora en Kass TV. Anendet keguron Daktari Stone Koitane Sobe. Laini kainutik ko chombo manenye chomo kiunye chegere ngibandet ko Johnson Salat. Kenyisiek 20 cheichegei kimi ko Kass Media Group kobun Kass FM International ak Kass TV eng soet. Kenyisiek 20 jotok chebo boiboiyet ak kaberuret. Ketesiet noton nebo Kass FM International nekikosengei mising ko kenyini ko boiboenchin kenyisiek 20 chikike
Saide au saa sita late night. Akataka for some time.
Kass FM International.
Aya ngoma missing nataka kuitesa ndani chama chetu baada kusitero lep studio. Tetu jetu kuna tendo kwa line watu nane sana. Na mchaka swali ngone game tetu ane line da Kass FM leo.
Ndawe ndijitako na popcorns aende posho milagonga. Anaweza pika ugali.
Ya tu wala mnyeti.
Kainenyu ko Chesankaro nebo Arab Sirma abrasta indeten Kass FM Kass TV.
254 Kass nam hapa omune bitugun.
Kombe misingen kosikyogen witugulele mi kosikyoga ak biik chegere kora en Kass TV. Anendet keguron Daktari Stone Koitane Sobe. Laini kainutik ko chombo manenye chomo kiunye chegere ngibandet ko Johnson Salat. Kenyisiek 20 cheichegei kimi ko Kass Media Group kobun Kass FM International ak Kass TV eng soet. Kenyisiek 20 jotok chebo boiboiyet ak kaberuret. Ketesiet noton nebo Kass FM International nekikosengei mising ko kenyini ko boiboenchin kenyisiek 20 chikikemuch keibu kanetisiet eng bororiet notok nebo Kalenjin.
My first program ko kitamoyoe gospel kasi losu nebo kongete saa 6 akoi saa 7:30. After kaya saa 6 akoi saa 7:30 kasi losu, alafu kuraweke gemo ayai saa 4 akoi saa 6 late night. Agatai for sometimes programs cheki kororon kot mising go ateptab kopchi nekitam keyok Pastor Rote.
Wabaibai eng kasarta neuni yekibwoti akobo kenyisiek 20 anan Kass at 20. Ongeteke nganamet nebo Kass agoi nguno kikakisich lakwet ako nguno akobo lakwet 20 years mako lakwet akot nemining kiwet.
What go kenyisiek 20 my friend? 20 years baat kinome Kass en olibo 2005 agoi ni kenyisiek 20 chekeboiboenchini kemi kinetige kiboiboitige en ketesienyon nito bo Kass Media.
Tunamo wen kasilosu awe namanam ayai namanam kitamge Trisa Cherorot every day kongete saa 4 akoi saa 6 And then later anyayai watunano sanani agayai kaskuskong in the evening not no sai
kikibunu olelo en kasarta nekibo kebeberata watile abwati ale kingesire news ko kikiboisie kartasit ak kalamit en kasarwek choto kobate le mi technology nguno kemite keboisie computer laptops ne ko kikowalak en somanet nekinenyo en kasaratak mising kou editing angenale mengen Gen Z en kasar nguno ngemwochi kele reel to reel ko kikieditendoi ano kasarata kingenam iwe field ibe story ko kikibe kito neu radio sikobit ibirecorden reel to reel ko tepit neu nekibo tepit na kicham kibute cassette ko sindaitu ni ko kimi kito neke editene nenye iratchini akinamwe mbeit ak tape sitile editing itildoi ole memache akirobe ak tape
namache korong anamen ole happy birthday Kass ngetoneni 20 years. Ane ko kiranetkei tuguk chechang kongeten anyon Kass FM ot kotomo anyon abwote kotokose Kass nilikuwa naibanga radio abwote kitam ketorogani mimi nilikuwa Kiplelchi high school kitam ketorogani weekend kebwan nyogeger road show gerole hey Triza ni nani.
The climax of it all ko kingele went on last year like the female radio personality of the year. I was so happy kia baibaitu
kigemuch kegonech kurunotiot makasarta netai makasarta nebo aeng kobate eng nebo konegit mising kora ko imuch kampunisiek chotok chemiten eng kebeberta nebo Africa nebo kongasis notok ko East Africa koro kole bo kamanut mising kewekchi kongoi Kass Media Group kobun Kass TV ak KASS FM International eng boisiet neinegei ni eng Rift Valley.
Kass Night 2017 ana 2015 hey cheptab Kiplelchi onyon Kass Night inyosom chito age selfie amun kakituye ak celebrity guess anafanya show na nani leo. Anyway, happy birthday Kass FM International gongo gona an opportunity nekyogo none kainet ko kiratech agobo kwege asante sana nguni genge na ngele cheche nomba Kass asante sana ndamo kwego mara to motinye kainet mara to maito to lagore ait so ama kwagetiok ama kimokinige happy birthday Kass at 20.
Kaine nyongo Dennis Kiroi, I'm in department about technical ag digital. As we celebrate 20 years, I'm so proud not just being part of the team but also as a person who grew up listening to Kass. Way back in primary, kila asubuhi na miten awendi school, kogi nagas jingo nebo newspaper segment and lenemet, kokianae ale karacha lewan. En kasaratan kogi mongen ale at some point anya joining the team age mugara gibur gibagenge age share ideas with the legends kiokase on radio. During my time nikirabur and Kass kogiroger dedication, kiroger hard work, kiroger teamwork about the team taking this industry to the next level. I would like to thank the pioneers who built this foundation. I would like to thank the legends who continue to inspire us. I would like to thank every member of the team who keeps us pushing forward each and every day. And most importantly, ningependa kuwashukuru mafans ambao wametushikilia for the last 2 decades.
Kigurenan Kiprotich Kincaid from Kass Technical. Kimwae gongoi and Dr. CK Joshua ag other founders chebo Kass Media Group. Amun kibwat ki nebo kamanut mising asikobit konyorunen kelchin bikyok chebo kalenjin. Too many peoples have been transformed and empowered through Kass programs. For example, business, technology, and other programs. I feel happy and proud to be part of something that has grown and transformed for 2 decades. Kongoi mising and happy Kass At 20.
Kigonech Kass opportunity kobit ke ngalal ako mising ko ngalal en kutit kimakomite kabaras ketesiet noton nekiborosta en kutit bik ngasarata ko kisait agenge kityo nekikonu en KBC nekikiborostoi en kutit kobate kingoit Kass ko kinyo ko neto ko en kabwatet nebo chairman en kabwatet noton nekisich ako koyai komong koyaak kabwatanito kumang ketesiet notok nebo Kalenjin nekiborostoi 24/7 makikere tesetai jongon KASS 24/7.
Ngele matoki ngololchini koristo buchiso oko kora amoib kasariton amwochi kongoi chairman nenyonet Joshua Arap Chepkwony, director nenyonet, CEO nenyonet Dr. Lamaon akine my colleagues amun en yu kibagenge ko kimnon kikenamgei ak eko kit agenge ak kityo kebendi en tetutik tugul chebongonutik tugul chekiyoe ko en kibagenge noton kitinye en yu sinyoru tetutiet noton neiboiboenchini ko alan kibur ak kele kilyanen kiwal ne ako kimoe tokyinigei ano.
Mawekini kongoi tugul ko my colleagues tugul chekikeboishe en kibagenge ak the management kongeten barak kelechini kongoi missing for the opportunity nekiokonech asikobit kemuch keboishen ak kityo kelean ke ak echek amun kikibwone ko biik chemengechen ako rani ikere ile kokeitu. Kongoi missing.
Amuch amwa ale nekwatindiot notok ne asi imuch iguye missing konyolu itindoi kasarta noton nekoi. Ki lakwet eng tai nguni ko nerania kole akoik barnotia kole KASS Media Group ako karwatitoenyo kou kiboitinik chebo KASS Media Group. Ako amangu kora kole karwatitoet netindoi mashabik koboto board ko kero kele lakwani kimining atkinye kotomo koteb ngony kokuikuyota kole kotonon labate nguni ko teleljinigei karwatitoet ko keker kele kakitesen tai notok sikaron kenyisiek chemiten tai tun keboiboenchini kenyisiek 25, 30, 40, 50 chemiten tai ko keng'ololi akobo lakwet noton nekitou komining akoi nguni ko akoik ketit noton niwegei netoreti missing en kayaptaet noton nebo bitet, boisionik ak kanetisiet en bororiet noton nebo Kalenjin.
Eng boiboiyet ak kasetab kei neo amu kikeekitu tugul ak ketesiet.
Happy 20 years in KASS Media.
Ketesiet ko noton nebo KASS megen genien kimnatet naet.
KASS FM International. KASS FM International. KASS FM International.
Marathon kostaganech nebo kestaganech nebo other media station akele mi two ladies chemite KASS FM Eldoret chekayetenech keyai registrations chebo nan Kalenjin. Climax of it yenye nashukuru siku yenye babangu alikufa KASS Media Group walikuja kwetu na watu wengi walikuja na wakaona staffs wa KASS FM. Thank you so much. KASS FM live long.
Asante. Wapi makofi ya Sophie? Yeah, ako region. Thank you so much. Gladys, karibu Gladys. Nora, you'll be ready. Labda tu kwa GM alikuwa anaongelelea juu ya matangazo. Siku ya kwanza watu wakitangaza matangazo ya vifo. Ilikuwa huzuni sana mtu kuja kupeana tangazo na ilikuwa ngumu kwake. Karibu Gladys.
Chairman, CEO and other guests and my fellow colleagues, good morning. My name is Gladys and 20 years is a milestone worth to be noted. And I'm so grateful to have been part of this beautiful and amazing story. When I first joined this company, Eldoret became my first base and my second home. As a vernacular, or as the first vernacular radio station of its kind, the community received us, and they received us with honesty and openness. And as I remember, out there in the field, stories came to me freely, and stories came running. And people used to call, people called, people shared, and people trusted. And at times, I became familiar voice. And I listened. I worked with people through their highs and also through their lows. And today, or to date, I still carry so many of untold stories of so many people who shared and still carry with honor and dignity. So as we mark this beautiful anniversary, I choose, or I honor our listeners, I honor my colleagues, and also I honor the community that shaped our work. And today, I congratulate you all on reaching 20. May God bless you all.
Asante, wape makofi. Nora Koskei. Nora Koskei ndiye anatutafutia pesa. Karibu Nora, tuelezee kuuza ama kuuza Kass FM uko nje ikoje. Karibu Nora.
Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. Okay. I'm glad to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, today as we celebrate 20 years of Kass Media, allow me to take us back home. September 1st, 2005, a younger, hopeful, very green version of myself walked into this company as one of the first marketing executives, together with my colleague Esau, who is retired right now. We were joined together by our boss later, Rose, who too, and Silas, Roster and Silas, who left the North Rift, who led the North Rift group. Back then, Kass FM was barely 3 months old, I think, pioneering as the first Kalenjin vernacular radio station. Inora FM was ahead of us, just a few months as well. And vernacular broadcasting was still a fresh and familiar space. We were young, excited, and honestly had no idea what we were about to build. Our first assignment was to create a rate card, which we had not done before, because within a week, and we were, we had just started our careers. So straight from the university, maybe after an internship or so. And how? By collecting rate cards from across the market and figuring out what would fit our community or our radio station. And so then after a week came Monday, and our general manager then summoned us, the two of us, and simply said, now it's time to hit the road. No formal onboarding, no brief, just go. With one PC in the entire department and a car mainly reserved for the news crew, hitting the road was a combination of faith, improvisation, and pure youthful courage. Reality hit even harder when we started calling advertisers. Many said, talk to our agencies. Some were kind enough to give us contacts, and we pushed on. Our client meeting remains unforgettable. Aldovetis looked at our rate card, then looked at us. He was our first client, looked at the two of us and said, these costs are very expensive. My advice, you are still young, look for another job. We worked out with bruised egos, but unshaken determination. And today, looking at how far we have come, I'm glad we did not listen to him. When I joined, we had just one loyal client, Amako, our first true believer. Our slogan then was simple, Isaj Kosajiga. It grounded us, reminding us of who we were, the community we served, and the cultural identity we carried with pride. From those humble beginnings, from Kass FM to Kass Media, we have grown into trusted regional and national brand. We have earned the confidence of local businesses, national giants, and multinational advertisers. We have informed, educated, influenced, and transformed communities. We have seen colleagues join us, grow, mature, and more on into bigger spaces. And throughout this entire journey, I stand here deeply grateful to our chairman, director, and CEO. Thank you for trusting us even before we fully understood the weight of the mission. Our leadership has guided this ship from its infancy to a powerhouse. To our heads of department, colleagues, and the entire KASS media team, thank you for every ounce of support. In this job, the value chain involves everyone. Without each of us, of you, I might have given up long time ago. Allow me a moment of humor. The young, tall, slim Kelele girl of 2005, well, she has gained wisdom, maybe a little weight, maybe a little bit still shaky on the microphone, and definitely learned to has learned to calm down, but she's still here, grateful, proud, and committed. And today, I must honor two groups who remain the backbone of our existence. Long live our customers, our primary customers, our hearts, the people who have grown with us and trusted us for decades, 2 decades. Long live our advertisers, those who put their brands in our hands, believed in our vision, and walked this journey with us from one client to many. This recognition, this Legion Award, is not mine alone. It belongs to all of you who have walked this journey with me. Allow me to stand in front of you. I am grateful. Long live the chairman, long live the director, long live the CEO, long live KASS Media, long live our listeners and advertisers. Cheers, people, good people, and here is to next 20 years. Thank you.
Asante. Wapi makofi ya Nora? Thank you, Nora. Nataka nimwalike Chesankaro Sirma. Akiingia studio alikuwa Chesankaro, lakini hiyo Sirma ilikuja baadaye. Wapi makofi? Karibu Mama Diana. Karibu sana.
Our president, the CEO, GM, karibuni sana. All protocols observed. Good morning. Happy 20th anniversary. Happy 20th anniversary, KASS. Kigurena Chesankaro nebo Arab Sirma. As Triza has introduced. Well, I came here as Chesankaro, just a little girl. But now, mimi ni mama, mimi ni Senge. They know me as Senge in the studio, the other side. Auntie, that is. And you know where Auntie is? There must be discipline, there must be consultations here and there, and I'm proud. That shows that we've grown. I'm grateful to the Board of Management for giving us this opportunity. Kyogo nech poroindo na inege. Kingebendi school ko kibendi to be journalist kegere keteshoshek cheter. But kinyor opportunity ko kakitar school ke paishe en KASS age paishe en kutit nekimakinetege en golin. So kutit ne imwae kit age tugul me struggle nile amwaita yanoni. So kikibaibaitu akobo noto kikimwa as in kenyor opportunity kiparastae kutinyo kutitab chego. Sikobit kengololchi biik tugul chebo Kalenjin koketesetab Kalenjin akokas en kutit notok nebo Kalenjin kokas akot gogo kokas akot agui akokuyo kasarta netai konai akot yani kenyor opportunities ketach resource persons cheboto ogiliek nyikonet ogilnotet kokuyo akot gogo akot agui chekikakoim imbarenik mengen kole kiyae ne kobate kikuyechi kelechi gogo agui kibendi kuni eng oretab ngatutiet akokuye kole kibendi tono thanks to KASS amu kimatakimuchi kikuye eng kutit tamanyo station nebo KASS kikitaune olelo missing. We started from scratch. As I talk to you, those who came after us, the Gen Zs, our Gen Zs that you've seen, they're even wondering how things were done during our time 20 years back. But here we are. We walked through the tough terrain, the bumpy terrain, for you to enjoy right now. Kikibune matatu ko kemwa ipi chenge story itar story ngititai town kwanza unatumwa like press conferences in these big hotels kukaipun Kenya bus ipi sugan Kenya bus maybe ka Hilton ole mite function ipun kelda ngititai ko negit koit kutungdo dust kiburiet. So we would not go straight to the function because you would sneak to the washrooms, put yourself together, and then walk majestically back to the room and get your story. Maliza story, time imeenda, the news has to be run at 1. You get time ile mayame, go to the booth, ibi QN. IQN siling mood siling taman IQN iwirchi siling taman simwa I file the story get recorded in newsroom and your story goes like the others who had cars and everything, and we are proud of that, the growth that we have. Right now you sit at the comfort of our vans, go to the field, unafika, you don't have to worry to rush to the washroom to put yourself together. No, unaenda kama uko smart kwa sababu tumetoka mbali. It's the growth that we have experienced, and thanks to KASS. Thank you for the support. Were it not for the support of the board, tamagimiyu, they have sacrificed as well for us to be here. They have sacrificed. Kimwai gongoi, the equipment chekitindai koma uchu kikitaune at Kenya, because I was saying we are privileged because we have a sister company, JTL, which is the home of technology. So we never lag behind because kimi taikas every other time. You cannot compare. Ngemite sang we shine because of the technology that evolves every other time, and it never passes us. And it has been our work, yani mumetuweka on toes. Every other time tuko on toes, learning the technologies. Unaweza fika leo unaambiwa leo software ingine inatumika. Imuji tugaron saita managagenge ngileni yat nini ile haya anoli ile ni chengile bytes. You have to call ile anno kalia what happened to the computers. Ile agencies. What happened? Oh, sorry, it goes like this. So, and you don't have the time ile golia or walgole amu, it's technology. So you have to get up, get on your toes, aginetke, learn, because magoyi tu isagile mongeni. So mabendi news amu mongen technology nigaginde. Apana, we have to learn and learn and learn. Itugele paperless today, and you are used to papers, files. Unafika hiyo siku gelejin, it is paperless. So technology, we folder, and then you are wondering, the first time we were like, yani unafanya news alafu unaambiwa paperless. You say, how do I work like this? Just plainly like this. I saw my news. But you are told, no, but you'll get your scripts on the other computer. Go open this folder because you saved it. It's networked. So, I mean, we have grown. We've grown together, and we are happy about the technology and putting us on toes to learn every other time. So my only encouragement to when you wanakuja, be ready because this is home of technology. Be ready to learn. Come open-mindedly to learn. So we are thankful for that. Olegi gebunu ko unataga ko kibaibachini amu tumegrow, and thank you for trusting us. 20 years, it's not easy to maintain a relationship of 20 years with your employer, but ibarugole that's nini 20 years agitaimiyu ibarugole igararan doginye, as much as the employer igararan ko igararan doginye. So with the maintained relationship. We promise to work hard, to still mentor, to work hard to mentor. With the experience and research that we have, we promise you that this team is going to take this station to the next level. So we are happy, and happy 20th anniversary KASS Media Group.
Asante.
Kongoi missing.
Kongoi missing. Asante Chess, asante Stone kwa ufupi, karibu Stone kwa itende sabe. Sirma na Gorurio wamesend apology. They would have loved to be here. Karibu Stone.
Okay. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Well, Chairman, CEO, Mr. K, Sang, and my fellow colleagues, well, thank you for this opportunity. You know, when I came to KASS, I was a young man in his early 30s, a father of one. Now standing in front of you, a father of 3 girls and a grandfather of 3. And by 55 years right now, and I'm still going strong. Where we started, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't easy. First of all, getting to be selected was not easy. It was quite tough. You know, when the selection was going on, I was the only one who had not gone to KMTC. Mimi nilitoka tu nje, media sikuifanya. Nilikuwa nafanya yangu ya kando kando. So I was wondering how I will compete with the likes of Kina Chess, Kina Boaz, and the other team. But determination is everything. I was determined. I knew the background I had was good for the challenge, and actually made it to be selected. We were 4, the first 4 to go on air, no, first 5 to go on air. So I was lucky, and now 20 years down the line, I'm still going strong. And that one could not have happened if the board was not giving us everything, all the everything that we needed to make sure that KASS stood as it is. As we are, sisi ndio watangulizi. The other Kalenjin stations, they borrowed it from us. Right from the beginning, kipindi ile asubuhi, tukisema le name, tuna same thing, lakini different name. So we laid the foundation stone. Sometimes I look back and say, what if we had just changed this to be, would they have changed also? And the way Chesa said, vile tulianza, I remember one ride, tulikuwa tunafanya baka saa 2 usiku, and there were no cars by then, but there was a security car, ile Datsun. Ile pickup nyuma imejengwa lakini hakuna viti. Chesang was being dropped, high rise was being dropped in South Sea. Ikipiga kona tulikuwa tunaanguka nayo. Ikirudi pande hii tunaanguka nayo. So it's a big, sahi tuko na malori, tuko na magari. That is why tunasema asante. Ndio Kebut sangine aliniambia nao kuna gari ziko Eldoret wewe panda matatu. Kaketi sema, hey, back to square one. Because tulikuwa tunaenda kama ni Kitale, tunashika South Rift ama hiyo matatu ya saa hiyo. Saa hiyo tuko na Max Irma, tumebeba amplifier, tumebeba nini, tukifika Kitale we look for a place to hire speakers. Ndio tuende tufanye kazi. What I'm saying is we've come from far. And I do believe we are going far. For me, I didn't know when I left my education, nilifikiri India was the last country I'll go. Kasi kono wapi? Ikaingia mimi wapi? United States of America, my friend. I didn't think I'll go such a place. Najua wengi walienda, and thanks to KASS nilikanyaga huko. And I'm proud to say nimekanyaga. Ula alikosea tu ni Chesang. Dato chamjamje ni kidogo hata afike tu airport na arudi. Ndio ikuwe complete. Kwa wale tulianzisha, because the 3 of us are remaining, and the way you had said technology is actually bringing a lot of changes. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunasoma makadi ya salamu. If you remember, we were selling each at 50 bob. unaingia studio unakuta about 100 cards. Unasoma 50 bob. That was tukienda show everything kitu ni kuuza hiyo makadi ya salamu. Unaambia uwezi tuma salamu bila hiyo kadi. I think we borrowed that from KBC those days. So that was where we started. Salamu ilikuwa namna hiyo. Wacha siku hizi unaambia mtu andika SMS. Thanks Mr. K who was supporting sisi hapo kwa studio because a lot of things with the technology also supporting us. The way Kass had said, the day they had said paperless, I said okay, kuna kusign log sheet itakuwa every alafu unakuja studio unaambia that system ulikuwa mnacheza nayo muziki spaced out. Let me tell you guys, ukiingia studio, my advice to you guys, ukiingia studio and you don't know anything, ask. Uliza. Wacha kujinyamazisha. Sometimes I disturb the guys of Okina Vincent. Hey, what is happening here? I don't want to pretend that I know and you might mess up everything. So always ask. If you don't know anything, ask and be determined. At this time, at my 55, sijitoi, bado nangangana. Otherwise, thank you to the board and to my colleagues. Happy 20th anniversary. Asante sana.
Asante. Kongoi, Dr. Stone Koitane Sabe na amesema vizuri. Household name. Hata tukienda sahi, hata kama tunaenda mazishi, hata kama tunaenda sherehe, watu wanauliza tungoroko ita, nyonoko ita. So asante Stone for being a mentor, for being mwenye unatuguide pale chini na Chesang, Koririo na wengine wenu. Asante. Ni nafasi yangu sasa kumwalika our station manager and we want to appreciate Dr. Julius Lamaon kwa sababu hakuenda kule nje kutafuta mtu mwingine mwenye atakuja kutuongoza. Alitupea rafiki ambaye tumefanya naye kazi kwa muda sana. Kwa hivyo Josephat Kebut, karibu sana.
Asante sana mfawidhi ama MC wa siku ya leo. Chairman, our President CK Joshua, Board of Directors, my CEO Dr. Julius Lamaon, GM Kamau and Saira Sang, karibu sana. And my colleagues, good morning. Habari ya leo. Mko salama? Situfurahi kidogo, ni siku yetu. And because of time constraints, sababu ya muda, nitachukua nafasi fupi sana. And I'll do my speech in English. My dear KASS family, our President, Dr. CK Joshua, our Director, Madam Helen Joshua, members of the board, our Board of Directors, distinguished guests, partners, and every soul that has tuned in to KASS FM International and watched KASS TV. This is your day. Today is not just a day. Today is a moment to live. Today we inhale 20 years of excellence, 20 years of sound, 20 years of stories and dreams that refused to stall. Tos magim nated naede? Tos magim nated naede? We are well because we are together. 20 years ago, I want to guess, 20 years ago I was still in school. But I believe that in a quiet corner somewhere, in a silent corner somewhere, a sacrifice, a leap of faith was taken by two extraordinary legends of this company. That is our President, Dr. CK Joshua, and our Director, Helen Joshua, to plant this seed, a seed called KASS FM International, a seed that has grown to be KASS FM International, KASS TV, and KASS Digital. Congo Missing President. Dr. C.K. Joshua and Madam Director Helen Joshua, you are not just founders of a media house. You are the father and mother of a movement. You planted a small seed in the red soil of the Kalenjin land. And I'm telling you, you watered with a lot of prayers, shielded with hope, and nurtured with unwavering belief. That's why we are here today. Once a seed, today we are a mighty forest called KASS FM International through KASS Media Group. You gave us a brand. You gave us an identity. You gave us a home. And through the legends, they've mentioned it. They started small, and today we are a home. From the depths of our hearts, Kongoi missing. Kongeten yengutab kapchi togoleng Rift Valley, agoi bitanin, agoi emature chunalachun, kokita unengwen KASS, nguni gengen KASS, engwen gomogola. To our board of directors, to our director on, you have been the firm, steady trunk, and the guardian of wisdom, the balance in every storm. Thank you for the moments. Thank you for being with us. When the world said it's impossible, our chairman and the board said, yes, it is possible. And the legends started by taking that leap. We are here today, not only to celebrate this team, but to celebrate a movement in Kalenjin land. To my heads of departments, programming and on-air talents, you are the voices that wake the nation every morning. You laugh with our people, just the way Senge legend Sophie from Eldoret said. At times, we laugh with them, we cry with them. They are part of us. You are the people who entertain, uplift, and connect. You turned radio and TV to be a companion. You made culture look so cool. That's why today we have our legends. I cannot call them the past. And we have our Gen Zs. That means we are growing. Thank you. The program team, you are the magic. News and current affairs team, you chose the truth, courage over silence. You kept our people informed and aware. You empowered them. You are the conscience of the Kalenjin community, the Kenyan community, and by extension, the world. The technical and engineering team, you are the invisible champions. You climbed the towers. You are the ones who ensure that we are live everywhere. The way we are live now on KASS FM International and on KASS TV. Thank you so much. The marketing, the sales, and the partnership team, you turned dreams into budgets and into realities. You turned content into revenue. You made hope become real partnership. You carried this brand in the boardrooms when the other team was carrying it on the airwaves. You are the bridge between us and the partnership world. Asanteni sana. And all to our listeners listening to us now on KASS FM International, our viewers on our socials, KASS Digital and KASS TV, you challenge us. You support us. We've seen the love. You correct us sometimes. You lift us. Thank you. We honor you, our Mashabik. This team here has been a team of history. They were part of making the history from 2005 to 2025. Those are great 20 years. From a farmer somewhere in Kaptumo, waking up at 5 a.m. to listen to this radio, we were also part of the team that celebrated a teacher who was celebrated in Mogotio of Baringo County. We even also be part of the trending world stories. From the streets of Netherlands, where we had Chesang reporting, from the streets of Amsterdam, where we had Ben reporting. We were part of the team when David Rudisha was breaking the record in the streets of London during the Olympics. We were part of the team that covered a young Faith Chepngetich when she started running Bidcoach 2013. After that, we realized that we can also be part of the history. Thank you, Chairman. You started the Chairman's Cup. It touched lives. From kids and youth who are wasting their times in the villages, they realized that they can use their talent. How can I forget KASS Marathon? From a villager somewhere in Talgate, Wasingishu County, who had to borrow 200 shillings to get the chance of going to Eldoret to run and winning 1.5 million shillings. KASS has changed families. KASS have been part of the journey. We reported it, we shaped it, and definitely we are celebrating it. So today we celebrate how far we've come. Today we celebrate our authenticity. Our narratives have spanned the spectrum, from the corridors of politics to the pulses of socio-economic change, the thrills of It's because of the team that we are where we are. The team, kindly clap for yourselves. Thank you so much and happy 20 years for KASS.
Asante, before you move, just introduce your SODs, the names at the departments, and then you hand over to Dr. Julius Lamont.
Thank you, Teresa, for that. I'll start with the programming. Stanley Bore.
Thank you, Chairman, Dr. Chairman Sika Joshua, our CEO, Dr. Julius Lamont, Board of Directors, GM, Kamau, Mr. Saira Sang, Director Ron, and my colleagues. Good afternoon. And because of time, I had a 10-pointer speech, but because of time imeisha, sindio? So I'll just... Huh?
Your name and your department.
Okay. So I was planning to talk about AI, but we'll share in our department.
Good morning, Bwana asifiwe sana. My name is Timothy Kipto, head of production. Check. 1, 2. Happy 20 years, and we also promise that we are going to continue the race. Mpaka ifike 40 years, kiendelea. Mpaka pale media itaishia. Sawa sawa. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning, team. Good morning. Habari ya leo. Chairman, our chairman and president, Dr. Sike Joshua, our CEO, Dr. Julius Lamont, GM, Mr. John Kamau, Saira Sang, all protocols observed. Good morning. Because of time, I'm not going to say much. Most has been said by our station manager, Mr. Josephat Kebut. I just want to recognize my team who are here. My name is Bernard Koech. I head the editorial team I have a small but very efficient team. I just want them to stand for recognition, wherever you are. Those are the people driving our news agenda on KASS FM, KASS TV, KASS Online. Please, mwapigie makofi. I also have another team. In Rift Valley. We have 12 reporters. They could not be here, but pia wanafurahia for the 20 years that we've been here. Chairman and CEOs, thank you so much for the opportunity. We joined this place as very young boys from campus. Now we are parents. The evidence is here on the chin. So thank you so much. Happy birthday, Kass. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Pia upande ule mwingine tuna wanachama wawili wanaongoza idara tofauti. Gideon Mutai, kindly you can stand and wave. Ako finance and Joan Chelagat. Huyu ni senge wetu mwingine. Ako mauzo na biashara. Asanteni sana kila mmoja wetu. Ni wakati mwafaka wa kumkaribisha the symbol of our journey, the man who stood with us, the man whom we look up to, the man who have held this thing together. That's our CEO, Daktari Julius Lamaon. Karibu, Daktari.
Thank you very much. It's like I will take a very short time. Our chairman, Dr. Joshua, our director, Cyrus, and Kamau, and my colleague. Good morning. Good morning again. I know it's a very emotional day, just looking back how this brand has grown to be what it is today. And that's why I felt like let's all come together. One, we thank God for this great brand. And the very idea that chairman and Madam Director thought about it and took the risk to invest in it. They saw an opportunity, and chairman, you gave a life not to this staff, but to also our community. You created a platform that has changed media in our community. It's been a platform that has defined that community that we come from. Any milestone for the last 20 years that community has endured or faced, KASS chairman has had a page of it. Even when the history of that community will be written, KASS will have a page that they have been very honest partners to that community. And that could only have been possible with the sacrifice that the investors had done to put up an infrastructure. So, Chairman, we felt that we needed to come together, and we're happy that you got time to be with us today so that we can celebrate this great day as we thank God and use it as an opportunity to chart the future. The future is also quite challenging to all of us. Media from 2015, after digital migration, faced a lot of challenges as every media is trying to readjust to its space, whether print, whether electronic, and that has been a challenge. Little did we even settle up with digital migration, then we faced COVID. And COVID was tough. It hit media worse than majority of the sectors. Now we are trying to recover from post-COVID. But I'm happy, Chairman, with your support and the support of this team. We navigated COVID and survived as a media house. Not all media house survived post-COVID. Can we clap for ourselves that one? It had a lot of challenges. And those challenges, we're happy that we are recovering. One thing I want to say about this team, Chairman, is you gave me some work about 19 years ago to go and lead KASS from Atel. And I've worked with this team, plus all the team in the region. Some of them were young, but they are people who can grow. They are people who can learn. I've admired the resilience of this team. Sometimes when we are down financially, we sit together and talk and imagine that we are the custodians of that brand. Sometimes when I imagine I was given the responsibility to lead this team, But talking to them and explaining some things when things are tough and we are thinking of how best we can come out of it, this has been a great team. And I can forward to them that this is a team, Chairman, that you might see them as small in number, but they can take this brand. We have a team that can define this team. Chairman, we've invited you today to do two things for us. One is to unleash a logo. When we sat with the team and defined how we want to do this celebration, in KASS we have 4 million listeners. There's no way we can meet all of them. There's no way we can celebrate together. And those listeners are part and parcel of this story. So we devised that we can only celebrate it throughout the year. We can only celebrate it through our programming. Each of these presenters has unique audience. It touches different groups. Our clients who've supported us over years have a story to this growth and are part of this celebration. So we've structured to celebrate it in our programming. Every presenter will have a segment to celebrate this story on air, with your audience, and even our clients, and the very community. So we have an array of activities cutting across almost the entire 2026, where we will interact with our audience, with our viewers, with our callers, even in their homes. Others will interact in children's homes, and many social activities that we will have throughout the year. That is the pattern we have. So we have a new logo, KASS At 20, that will define us for the next 1 year and maybe going forward, that Chairman will help us to unleash today. That will build the narrative that will go to our programming and what we are pushing on air. And then we have a cake. Chairman will lead it for us. And the Chairman, we will also request you to gift some of our 6 staff here. One is for their resilience. Sometimes I find them, they were explaining here how they're trying to adapt to technology. And I think it's a good encouragement to the rest of the team. We know we cannot actually lag behind when we have a technology guru in Chairman. So, Chairman, part of the pressure you give it to me, I push it down. You told me to go paperless, we went paperless. You told me to ensure we have a better ERP to manage our log sheet and track our flight. With support of Airtel, we did that. So we left log sheet management, which was paperless, and our log sheet now is transmitted electronically. It makes our billing faster, and we are able to get reports, because sometimes we are depending on agencies, research organization to do reports for us so that we can share with clients. We left that. So we are 100 paperless, and we are able to do our own reports that are respected by clients. I think part of the software can even be sold by Airtel to other companies, because it was built internally and it's doing a lot of work for us. Chairman, allow me to also celebrate our sales team. We have a very small sales team, and that team ensures. Sometimes I wanted to come to the board to ask for more. But when I found the cohesiveness they have, and their aggressiveness, and the way they understand the market, I'm still determined to stay with those 4. They can face the market head on and deliver. And I think they have kept us going. And over the last quarter, we can see growth in the market. There's some hope. And we are determined that part of the services we used to enjoy, we will be able to enjoy with the team. Because I don't want to take long. I want to make a comment about our diaspora. Chairman, we have a huge diaspora audience. When we spoke with Sambo about this celebration, he recommended, I think there are 11 people who have been resource people for us from 2006. When Chairman went to the US in 2006, he launched them. That was the part of Kotapka. So I know they are following this live coverage, but we will celebrate them. I think there are 11 of them. They are great Kalenjians in their own right. Those guys, because of time difference, for the last 19 years, wake up every Saturday, every Sunday to run a program to communicate to our community. We do not pay them. And we've never paid them because we cannot afford to pay them because they're doing a service to their community. So chairman as a custodian will sign a certificate of appreciation to all of them, all the 19, and we will send them to diaspora so that to appreciate them. I think their names are long, but they have sacrificed. Lastly, Chairman, we thank our audience, our viewers. I mean, we wake up every morning to interact with all the programs that we have, and they have made us who we are today. Something of noting, Chairman, we felt something very interesting last year when we got 2 young Gen Zs to join us. These 2 guys, you can stand up. This team have impressed us a lot. They are young IT staff. I think the 2 of them, I think, we estimate they were 4 or 5 years when KASS was started. So they must have heard about KASS when they joined primary. And here today, they are part and parcel of us. Why we felt that we need to signify, we were thinking next year, with your permission, Chairman, to employ 2 Gen Zs to join our youth program. We have 2 programs we are starting for youth. Kenya has a median age of 19, meaning that half of our Kenyan population are below 19 years, which is 26 million people. So as a station, we're also preparing to have a team that communicates and talks to that generation. And the only way is that we can have part of them. So as part of our celebration next year, we will run a talent campaign in Rift Valley to be able to recruit 2 or 3 Gen Zs that will run our youth program and our technology. These 2 guys are doing very well in ICT. These guys manage our digital platform at the moment. And in every event, wherever they are, even whether home, whether anywhere, they will be able to post a minimum of 6 to 7 posts in all our platforms. And that has given us identity as a station. So we thank them. And they're learning a lot in terms of revolutionizing the system. And I want to take this opportunity to invite Ron to say hi to the team, and then Cyrus and Kamau. Karibu, Ron.
Chairman, Kamau, Cyrus, Julius, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good morning. Happy 20th anniversary, KASS FM. It really and truly is not a small feat for any organization to be present for 20 years. And I would just like to congratulate the team here. Some of you we met when I was still a baby. And here we are. Honestly, it's been an incredible journey. And for me, to you, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for the dedication, year in, year out, for continually showing up for the people, not just here, but to those that you speak to in the Rift Valley and the world over. To the board, thank you so much. Your vision has been inspirational to not just the team here, to not just myself, but to people the world over. Thank you, thank you. We look forward to the next 20 years. Asante sana.
Thank you, Ron. Because I think there was a talk that we cannot lag behind because of JTL support. I think many of you do not know that a bigger part of our infrastructure, whether through satellite, whether through backbone or through connections of moving our signal to Limuru and all of that, Kamau has been part of us. Many times even when we are off, I think he got to fly around when people to get us a signal. So Kamau, karibu. JTL is part and parcel of us.
Dr. Chairman, good morning. Cyrus, Julius, you can see Moses, Ron, all the listeners for KASS and my colleagues at KASS. I think for me, I've been part of the journey. I think I was there when KASS started. And I just wanted to first of all remind you that in 2005, there were no smartphones. So the only way of getting information to people was through radio. And at that time also, the government was very jealous about what you could actually talk to the people. And I think, I don't think the establishment of KASS was very smooth. We had the government felt threatened that now there's a voice whereby somebody can talk to a whole community directly. They were uncomfortable, but I think we're able to go through that process. So what I would like to encourage you is that technology is changing. As I said, imagine you could not even send a WhatsApp in 2005. Today you can send a WhatsApp. Today you can file your story and send it. Today you can shoot a video using your phone. That has changed. Now the danger that we face right now is that also as KASS at 20 years, we can't be the same the way we were 20 years ago. So I would like to challenge the people who are leading the station, the young people who are there, that the times have changed. The way we send the information to the people is very different. The other thing I think which I'd like to congratulate Chairman is things that you took for granted, that you can have people, but people don't have information. I think I'm normally not able to pronounce the slogan for KASS is Kim? Yes, knowledge, is it knowledge is power or information is power? Knowledge is power. And I can tell you a lot of things changed. I think when he started the program, people in the diaspora had no way of talking to people in Kenya. Farmers did not, like you had a lot of companies that were producing farm inputs, they had no way of communicating that. And I think, if I'm not wrong, Julius, a lot of the first customers for KASS FM were actually the farmers, I mean the pharmaceutical companies that were making agrovets and all that. Yeah. So then I saw Madam Ngombe Hamsini, where is she? There's also some taboo things that people could not say. And I think there's a program that used to be run around from around 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And every time I met her, I would tell her to interpret for me what she used to say. And I think a lot of people also learn things that we take for granted. What else? I've been part of KASS FM. I was the chairman in 2006 in the US when you opened that office. I've been part of the KASS as you transition the different offices. And I would like to probably make a quiz. Ron, do you know where the first office for KASS was? Which road? I'll leave it. Let me look for somebody else. Emily. Do you remember? Do you know where the first office for KASS was? Yeah. For those who don't know, I think the first office was on the Nana Road, and it has changed, I think, 3 times until we came to the home here. So I think my encouragement right now, please change with the times, because everything has changed. Very simple things. I think I wanted to talk to Julius. Today we are using satellites to communicate to the remote areas. I think we may have to transition now to Starlink and that kind of stuff. I used to use, I think the digital transition forced us to move to DTH. Today, I think I don't use any of the DTHs because you can get KASS in almost every other media. You can get it on TikTok, you can get it on YouTube, you can get it on Facebook. So please, let's change the times. With those few remarks, Chairman, I think I struggled to understand what you're doing when you started the station at Lenana Road. But when I got to fully understand the void that was there in terms of information, I was able to buy into the vision. I think I can't forget also things like the KASS Marathon. I'm a beneficiary of the football. I think where's Kebut? For those who don't know, Kebut started us, we did some sponsorship remember where I come from. And for 5 years we did sponsorship with Kebut, where I, through Chairman and through KASS FM, were able to sponsor soccer for people who did not have an opportunity. In fact, a lot of things that people don't understand. When we were doing the sponsorship with Kebut, there are people who told us they have never had an opportunity to play in a tournament. Because most of the tournaments that they would play were either sponsored by politicians who would, at the end of the day, not honor their promises. And I'm glad for the 5 years that we did what we did, we were able to give uniforms, give footballs, and also give monetary value. With those few remarks, Chairman, congratulations, and keep it up.
Thank you very much, Kamau. I want to recognize also Moses and Emily, and where is Faith? I think she will still be able to join us. Anyway, allow me to invite Cyrus. Cyrus has been with us for long. We've done football with him, going all around, and he's party to a lot of technologies that we use as a station. Karibu, Cyrus.
Thanks, Julius. I'm Jambo. Our chairman, Dr. CK Joshua, CEO, Kamau, Ron. For me, it's actually, when I reflect back, I see that the vision that chairman shared then was to build a media conglomerate, and hence the name KASS Media Group. And I want to recognize one gentleman, Roba. Stand up. The KASS logo, yeah, KASS TV, KASS Sports, KASS Marathon. That gentleman was the creator. Yes. Yeah. And I'll say, I mean, I'm happy to have been part of the journey. I mean, I probably built most of all the studios, actually, even the current one. I think I participated in the marathon. I remember we were the first ones. We actually walked the 40 kilometers, marking the 1K. And I want to go back to the vision that Chairman had shared, that we wanted to invest in sports, but starting from a CSR. And I want to give Julius a challenge. Having survived the turmoil in the media, it means we have a DNA that can transform to the next media conglomerate. And an area that I want you to look at is investment in sports. Yeah, what we build in the football and in the marathon, no other media house has ever done the same. Yeah, no one has ever invested the same. The other challenge that I want to give you is TV is changing. Traditional TV is facing challenges. We might need to look at how to create other channels using our stars to actually create multiple TV channels. I mean, you know what transformation is, yeah? And drive either topical, whether it's political or business. I think there are ways that we can innovate for the next generation. And okay, maybe as a strategist, I always think about what or where to go to. But I'm very proud to be part of this journey, and kudos to the team. I think when we were in Lenana Road, I think I remember Caro with Akenanga Biamsini and the rest of the team. I think that was a good start. We didn't, I mean, sometimes we were scared. There are days when the CCK would write a very tough letter, and now we think, but Chairman would say, guys, Kenya ni yetu, we will do what we need to do. Yeah? And I think out of that confidence, we actually have, come this far. With those few remarks, happy 20th anniversary. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cyrus. I think before I welcome Chairman, I want to pass some congratulatory message to Madam Director, Chairman. Madam Director is behind this great brand in terms of these great colors. If there is a custodian of who gave us this identification of color, and this yellow color and blue have defined us all over Rift Valley. That anywhere we move, it defines that KASS has arrived. And she's been very, we were very keen yesterday looking at, are we getting the right yellow and blue as per director script? And we want to, as we celebrated birthday, Chairman pass our regards to her, that a support in cutting this brand that has defined us is very interesting. Cyrus was saying something very important, and Cyrus, it is that investment in sports that has kept us going. Currently, when we took a break after COVID in our KASS marathon, our view was, let's not compete with the many organizers of the marathon. But we've defined ourselves because of two key infrastructure we have. I think we are the only media in that part of Rift Valley with 5 live views that enables us to cover all marathons, whether it's split, whether women or men. And I think I could be right that in 2026, there's only one sports event that we've not covered in Rift Valley. I think that's Chemosus. We've covered all sports events in Rift Valley. And it's become a business to us. I think this team will live to Iten Marathon. I think tomorrow we are covering Iten Marathon. Next week we are covering Chepsaita cross country. The very Sunday again we are covering a football tournament in Elgeyo Marakwet. And I think that closes our events. The new year, I think we already confirmed the business to cover Sirikwa cross country in January. We are covering Mountain Run in January 2026. We are covering Discovery Marathon in, we're covering Kipkeino Classic. Those we've owned it as our events. And the confidence is actually based on infrastructure. There's no media in Rift Valley with a roadshow rig than us. And we have the best talent. I think we do not compete with a competitor when it comes to roadshow in Rift Valley because of the level of delivery that we do. Chairman, that is also courtesy of the heavy investment. Sometimes I was asking when the challenge of COVID happened and digital migration, what would we be doing if we didn't have infrastructure? We could not have survived. Because investing in the 5 live views would require us to have more than 30 million shillings at a go. Investing in the track, the live transmission equipments that we have, it could have been very impossible for us. And those infrastructure have defined who we are. So, Chairman, we still pass that message to the board for that level of appreciation. It has defined us and given us a life. I think we will stand as I welcome Chairman to give us his remarks. Then thereafter we'll go to the cake. Karibu, Chairman.
All right, tusimame wote.
Thank you. Hey, 20 years. Hey. It's just like yesterday. The CEO of KASS Media Group, Dr. Julius Lamahon, our General Manager John Kamau, Director Cyrus, Director Ron, General Manager Moses, I think Moses is here. Na wenyewe wa KASS FM, the real owners of KASS FM, led by Kebut and his team, Bernard Koech, Kipto, Bore. Unajua, you know the story of Bore. In the next room, there is a gym somewhere here. And sit, please sit. Jesang, a young girl from Kenya Mass Communication, School of Mass Communication. Hey, and Goriria, where is Goriria? I'll tell you the story later about her. Very interesting. And what can I say? I can only say congratulations for the 20th anniversary of KASS Media Group. It's a very interesting journey because if we go back to history, how we conceptualize the idea of the media, you know, there was a lot of turbulence in the process. And when I talk about turbulence, there was a political turbulence in the country. There was a transition of President Daniel Arap Moi who went to retirement unexpectedly because of the new constitution, the change of the constitution, the amendment of Section 2A in 1992. So he had to govern for 10 years. Of course, he had governed for 24 years. And the people from that region were so much disturbed, disorganized, to the extent that they could not speak Kalenjin even in the street of Nairobi. And they were so much demoralized. And I realized it was so painful, and I felt that as I come from that community, seriously, we must do something. And of course, there was no resources, but we had an idea, a brilliant idea, and say, if we can manage to do radio, there's only one vernacular radio station, one or two, Kameme and Inoro. So we decided to say, why do we disfranchise that one community just because it doesn't have a radio? So we say, even if we are not going to make money, but if we are going to change the course of history, we must do a radio for Rift Valley. Then the rest is history. There was the first, the advantage of changing the constitution in 2005. I think the birth of Orange and Indizi was driven largely by KASS Media, because majority of the people from Rift Valley were on the Machungwa side of it. And we built the political leadership of this country. We disrupted the environment of media in Kenya by not only creating a station in Washington and London, but we managed also to broadcast even the political candidate of Raila Odinga in US. And the following day, it was headlined in all the leading newspapers in the country, because we were able to change. We disrupted the environment of media and communication. Of course, as Kamau puts it, but by the way, I want to register the apologies of director. She had an urgent meeting today. And please kindly accept our apologies. She's with us in spirit and heavily represented by yours truly. So if I tell you the story, we might need to write a book, because they're very interesting. We need to write a book about the journey of KASS Media. From Calais, the word, you know, when we were scripting the first name, Calais, we were very particular in saying Calais, but I'm twisted a little bit and say, but that cannot be the brand. The brand has to be KASS. Kasten, Kasten, KASS, 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 KASS. And that's how KASS brand became popular. And it was very interesting, because it was a very challenging time. 20 years ago, I can't imagine 20 years ago. And this is something that I was scripting in my office. Of course, I was in technology by then. That was assisted us a lot, because we understand the area of technology. And that is why in the initial stages, KASS was the only media in Kenya which embraced technology. And we were able to push to the limit in terms of, we were having the ability to be able to broadcast virtually anywhere in the world. And we were able to reach fellow colleagues from community in Rift Valley, whoever was reside, whether in Australia, whether in China, whether in Bahrain, whether in Washington, different cities of United States. And we were very lucky to have also Dr. Sambu. We managed to send Dr. Sambu to Washington, D.C. to create a vibrance of a big center in Washington. The story needs to be captured in a book. But I would also like to challenge the CEO and the team at KASS. Do a digital book in terms of also your own history, so that you record some of the memories, exciting memories. Some of you are young girls, now nasikia ni mama. But I want to take this opportunity to, it's not about me, it's about you. So we have agreed together that we'll write a book either through a digital way or whichever the way it is, so that we can make history for posterity and for also for good reference. You know, an organization without people is nothing. So I want to recognize those who are here and those who have left us. Appreciate them all. Round of applause for them. For those who have been here since 2005, including Nora and Chesang, Koriria, you know Koriria, I promise you I'll tell you the story of Koriria. She used to do a program, and we had rented a house in Lenana where we converted into a studio, and it had some guest house or a servant's quarter. And we converted into a sleeping, because sometimes at night, she does a night program until very late. She could sleep somewhere there. And she was very courageous. Congratulations for the hard work, young lady. You're a small girl, now you're a big woman. You're a big lady. Your children must be over 20 years. But you're a small girl. Hata nafikiri ulipata bwana hapo siku hiyo hapo. At least you are a celebrity. Hata naye wanaume natafuta, because Ulisaka na Jesang, they used to have struggle in programs at night. That used a big problem. So, but you did a wonderful job of building the community. But we want also to congratulate our listeners, because without our listeners, we could do nothing. If we could not have customers who could listen to our voices, our programs, and appreciate, they gave us feedbacks. If there was any show of an organization that had feedback, instantaneous feedback, was the radio. With call-ins, SMS, WhatsApp now, and the social media infrastructure, today media is going into a converged environment with personalization and interactive session in terms of the media. And I believe the young guys who are here, the Gen Zs, you're more conversant and more active in social media fronts than anybody else in this world. Gen Zs, you are the future of this organization. I want also to congratulate you people, because some of you have personalized development yourself to be different people. You have gone to school, you have improved yourself. I think that is great. Personal development. You know, I was listening to Boris just shortly a while ago. He mentioned the question of AI, generative AI, and so forth. And I was so excited. And I was almost questioning Kamau and Cyrus, what do you do? Why don't you do technological sessions with this young guy? So that they can improve themselves. Not only improving, they are users. They can be the incubators in terms of usage of AI. So the team at JTL should be able to work closely with the team at KASS to be able to develop a very interactive AI experiences in terms of automation and so forth. So, Ron, you are dealing with innovation. That could be one task, an executive order for you to do it and make sure that you pull all the resources to make sure that we have a program of transitioning and transformation on AI, adaptation of AI in the media scene. But work with the users, because the users knows how to use better. They have the needs and the means to be able to use. They know where to apply the application. One thing that has brought us the journey through up to here is the brand. If there is the biggest investment out of all what we have done today, we are riding on the brand. If the brand was not strong, and the brand cannot be strong without the people, the listeners. So the people of Rift Valley, our brothers who are in diaspora, asante sana, kudos to you guys for what well done job. The future now is upon you to think, and all of us to think. Every organization must disrupt itself. Whether you are in banking, you are what, because of technology, technological changes. You know, recently, as late as last Sunday, I was with Kurgat in a particular function in Narok, Sekenane, attending, cheering up a choir competition, and we were transmitting live, and I could see the excitement of the populace of that community. You guys are positioning your brand, is known, is well known. So we need to think, what can we do differently? You know, people, you don't copy from others. Look at it, how you position yourself and disrupt yourself as an organization, because there are certain programs which needs to be retired, new ones needs to be created, so that it excites with feedback loop from the customers or our listeners can take us places. And you guys are carrying memories and carrying experiences which are very unique to your own media. On sports, I think Cyrus has challenged you on sport in terms of what can you do in terms of monetization. You know, we had big dreams to start with CSR and then later on convert it into a sport business. I think recently during the Chan football competition, one of the chairman of the organizing committee visited the studio and recommended that we should be able to have a cash football team. I'm thinking about it. I think it will be a combination of JTL and KASS, so that we see whether we can have a football team, a live football team that can go into the league competition. We don't know where we'll position, whether we'll reside in domicile in Eldoret or whichever the county that will give us friendly terms and support. We'll be able to build a cash sports, and we integrate it with the media to make sure that we broadcast. And I know, Kebut, you grew up from sports as a sports journal, and you know how to create content in that place. So I don't want to say much. I want only to say that congratulations for 20 years. I congratulate also the board for having the faith of the management to be able to run this organization. And I want to wish you well. I know we'll recognize some of the long-serving staff here. If I have not mentioned you, please forgive me. I have seen a guy who talks about business called Shadrach. I see a TV guy. There's a young man. I don't know. He's a very, very, very good journalist, by the way. What is his name? Eh? Victor. You did a very good interview to John Kamau, the general manager. It came out very well, and I say that you should do more of technology continuously so that you can improve. We need to think differently. And my message of today is disrupt everything and win. With those few remarks, may I wish you the next 20 years of greatness, opportunities for all of us, and for our great nation, Kenya. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Wapi makofi tena tukisimama wote until our chairman amesettle kidogo. We have a small ceremony. All right, tunaweza keti. Alright, asante DJ. We have some awards to give to the legends. So I'll request them tafadhali to stand in order. Roba, you'll give us the awards. We'll start with Sophie, our chairman. Karibu hapa mbele, kisha John, utakuja hapa mbele pia. Milka, you'll come and help Roba to give us the award. Sophie, Gladys, in that order. All right, for Sophie, and then Gladys, Kishano. All right, to give the certificate to CEO, we'll give it to Asante. The certificate will give to our chairman, kisha chairman atampa. Thank you. Nora Koski. Thank you. Nora Koski. Shesan Karo, utakaribia. Thank you, Nora. Shesan Karo, Mrs. Sima. Asante. One of our legends, DJ, one of our legends ayuko, but best friend atamchukulia Kikwai tafadhali. Kuja tumshike tu, yende. Kikwai ushike ya Sirma. Usivae tafadhali, unashika tu. Utasongea karibu tafadhali. Hakikisha imefikia Sirma. Tutatumia AI kuweka sura ya Sirma hapo. Korea. Winnie. Ruta makofi ya Winnie. Asante. Stone, Kaitana Same, karibu. Asante. Another photo. Angalia kamera tafadhali. Thank you so much. Asante. Thank you, John. Asante sana. We have a small gift for our director and to you, sir. So tunaomba Ron utakuja hapa mbele. Kisha representative Shadrack Mutai, Victor Korir, Mato, kindly kujeni mbele. One representative kutoka marketing, Sheila, you give our gift to our director. Kebut, you hand over to the team. You have to randomly from the different departments, tafadhali, you hand over to them, then they'll give it to, you give it to Ron. Na ifikie mama wetu tafadhali. Sheila. You now hand it over to Yeni zawadi to our mom, Madam Director, mwambie tumefurahi sana. Thank you, Ron. Asante. HOD tafadhali kujeni mbele with the CEO na station manager, you give a gift to our chairman. Asante sana. So our chairman, you'll have a seat just for a minute. Kisha will cut the cake. For now, nataka niwalike we have a small ceremony here, Chairman, Dr. Lamon, utasaidia sisi. And then we hand over the award. This year tumepata awards. Na hii tusi ya kwanza, yes. We also have Karotomno who also received an award. Jackie Aruse, one of the latest, that was just last week. Na tafadhali kujeni mpige picha. The award is not here, but tulipokea. Karotomno, Jackie Aruse, we are proud of you. More to come. Take a photo. A small ceremony here. Na tunaomba GM sijui yako wapi. Na Mr. Sang, you'll join us. Director? Yes. Wacha tukue guided because of Makofi. All right, asante. That is KASS Media at 20. KASS Media at 20. The lighting, we are waiting. Thank you so much. Asante. Thank you, thank you. All right, you may have a seat as we prepare for the cake. But before that, we have a small surprise for our CEO. I know, anashanga, why? What is happening? Tusimame wote tafadhali, tuweke isoror wakati the team inakuja kumsalamia daktari. We love you so much, daktari. You mean the world to us. And tusipokuona huwa tufurahi. Kwa hivyo pia lazima tukupe zawadi kidogo pia tukisema tu asante. So the team tafadhali, John.
Tesetai siretabgei nebo labatet nebo iten International Marathon nekiyoe Jumapili tarik 30 arawani bo 11 kongete Chororget Keyo South agoi iten eng Keyo North. Eng inguni kwakechuchuch siretabgei nebo labatetab marathon kongete silingisiek 1000 agoi silingisiek 500. Eng labatet nebo 10 kilometers koboto 5 kilometers eng kebeberta masters komakisirengei rabinik alak tugul anan tesetai inguni free registration. Kikirei siretabgei eng tarik 27 nebo arawani bo 11. Sirgei rani eng iten International Marathon. Kabelindet nebo labatetab 42 kilometers konyoru konunotiot nebo silingisiek 1,000,000. Namba 2 kowendi ak silingisiek 1750 ak namba 3 kekochin nusu milionit.
Ak en oretab kabwatetab biik chekoibet sobonekwak ak meng'otosiek en ng'asiaganetab ing'wony nebo Chesongoch kotoche Governor nebo Elgeyo Marakwet His Excellency Wesley Rotich, rwoik, kasubik, biikab emet ak biik chetinye maget nemie kobwa ketuyen en iten International Marathon en kenyini keboisien en ripsetab itonwekab emet. Ako taban nebo noton kayumetab rabinichu ketoretin familia choton chekiityi nyasutietab Chesongoch.
Sirgei rani eng ofisisiek chebo ward ak chebo ureriosiek, sports office ak eng benkitab KCB mornetab iten. Iten International Marathon keborostoi live eng KASS TV ak KASS FM International Jumapili tarik 30 arawani bo 11.
Nitaomba Koriria na Chesankaro tafadhali mtakuja hapa kidogo. Tumeambiwa lazima nyinyi ndio mtukatie cake. The last time when it was 10th anniversary in Bomet, ni nyinyi pia ndio mlikata. Na tunaona future pia in the next few years. So Chess, tutakuja just for a minute. And Koriria. Chess, come and tell us something about this cake, the colors.
Good afternoon. So tumeenda ile party ya celebration yenyewe. And before us
Mbona it's a big cake yenye inamaanisha kwamba we are one big family. So 20 years is no mean feat, and we are going to celebrate. About yellow and blue, these are our brand colors. When you see it, you see KASS. So we are happy, we are celebrating the 20 years in media. Since KASS and KASS Media was KASS TV ndio ilizaliwa katikati huko. So KASS FM International, and 20 years today. We are celebrating 20 years. And na unajua katika familia tulibarikiwa, tukakuwa na mtoto KASS TV. We are doing well and we thank God. So that's all about the celebration of this cake right now.
Asante. Our chairman, karibu. So itakuwa Stone Chesang, represent the people who started this station, our chairman, CEO, kisha our Gen Zs. Yes, the young men watatusaidia kukata keki. Chesang, sasa wewe utahakisha kiberiti, sijui kama uko okay, sawa. Yes, where are the Gen Zs? Na Stone mtashika kisu kwa pamoja na Koriria.
Hello. Yeah, I want to take this opportunity, Chairman, to give a vote of thanks to you for sparing the time to be with us today. Cyrus, Kamau, and Ron, we want to say thank you very much. We know you've sacrificed to be with us today, but we are very happy that you've come and celebrated to us. This is a very historical day that it defines also our growth. We've picked your challenges. I think I will still hold a small forum then with part of my small team so that we can engage and see, maybe we can do a presentation ourselves. We will also listen to what you have, then you can define us. Yes. But we will also be able to welcome, I think, Chairman, we might welcome you to Nandils next year. We did a voting and the Nandils was identified as one of the regions where we would want to interact with the public. And the Nandi County government are willing to host us, so we will be able to tell you. Otherwise, Chairman, thank you very much. Asante sana. I think we can allow Chairman to leave, then we can break to breakfast with the rest of the team. Asante sana.